I've watched this whole season with my friends and guy friends too, and a lot of them, what they like about you is that you were honest with that you weren't totally sure this was right for you. It seemed like you were going through it like any natural person would on the show. Coming in, did you think it would be possible to fall for someone that quickly? Like,
I think you're open to the idea of falling in love with somebody, you know, whether it's on the show or somebody you bump into on the streets or through a friend or something like that. So I was totally open to that.
Yeah.
I looked at it more as an experience to grow as an individual. I knew I needed an opportunity to do more than what I do every day in my life. I knew that meeting somebody in exotic locations and going on dates and stuff like that was something out of my comfort zone.
Right.
But I knew like that would force me to grow as a person, and that's the kind of stuff I think that leads you to love. So I was just open to it all.
How did you even get recruited for the show?
I wasn't recruited. I actually just applied.
Oh, you applied?
Yeah, I applied. I can't remember when it was, but I think back in October maybe I applied, and I literally sent it in and never thought I'd hear back from anybody again. So.
What do you think about all this stuff that everyone's saying you and Ben look so much alike? Obviously, you're very much Ashley's type.
Yeah.
Were you surprised that you guys share such a...
No, I remember I walked in to the party and I saw Ben and I was like, that dude looks a lot like me.
Right.
I'm staying away from him until I figure out who he is. But it was cool, honestly, like, to be compared to someone as nice and as genuine as Ben, it's not really nice. I usually get Josh Groban, so to get Ben is fun too.
Do you get Josh Groban in real life? Yeah, that's funny. And what's the tennis player too? Nadal? Yeah.
We're all brothers from another mother.
Right, that's cool. So, we didn't get to see the total episode from tomorrow yet, but basically it seems like you come forward and say your feelings aren't progressing and you want to be honest with her. Can you sort of tell me what brought you to that decision?
I think it was a situation where, you just get to a point where you realize that you have to, not that you have to take things seriously, because I took it very seriously.
Yeah.
You just realize that, I couldn't, with all my heart, stand in front of her father and say, hey, I want to marry your daughter. And I respect family, and I knew that was something that I respected her enough not to do. So I felt like I wanted to, gracefully bow out. And my biggest fear was that I was going to look like, Bentley or somebody else, and I didn't want to do that.
Right.
I wanted to do it as respectful as possible.
How early on did you do it on the trip? Was it pretty quick, or did you spend some time together?
We actually went on a date, we went on our first half of the date, we enjoyed his company, and we had fun with it, because that's how it usually is. The first half of the dates are all activity-based,
right,
and a good time. And the second half are sit-down, one-on-ones, and that seemed like the right time to do it.
Were you nervous? You must have been like,
I have, thank God. I mean, literally, I was calm in the fact that I knew what I wanted to say. I just wanted to ease into it. I didn't want to drop the bomb. I just wanted to be I just wanted to ease into it, just let her kind of, understand where I'm coming from, and that I kind of wanted to be like, okay, because I knew that she had feelings for me, and I had feelings for her, but they weren't marriage feelings.
Right.
They weren't super strong, and that's not what we both came for.
What about in the hometowns? It seemed like your family and you share the same feeling, like, I'm not gonna, I like to test things out. I'm never one to jump into something. Was that weighing on you, the thoughts of your...
It's interesting that you say that, because, it's not... I think you're cautious when it's not the right person. When it's the right person, you know it is, and you know in your heart, and you open up and you go for it. And so I don't think that I'm a cautious person. That I avoid, meeting the right person because I'm so scared. I think it just happens to be that me and Ashley weren't meant for each other, and that's why there was that holding back. Because if it would have been the right person, I would have been all over. I would have been, you couldn't have held me back.
Right.
So it just wasn't meant to be.
What has it been like back at home? Are you still working at your restaurant, right?
Contract Popular Belief. I haven't retired from the restaurant business. I still work.
Just Popular Belief. Does everyone think that?
Like, oh, you still work here? And I'm like, yeah. I really didn't. Not struck gold yet. But no, it's it's great. We're super busy. The restaurant's slammed. I mean, I work 15-hour days now, so it's like it's amazing.
It seemed like all the waitresses were very interested in you.
That's my family. Those are like sisters.
Okay.
I don't even look at them. I think that they are. I've grown up. Like, I've known some of those women since I was 9 years old. So they're literally like my family.
So at the end of the day, when you walk away from this experience and you think about your dating life in the future, do you think you're going to take things away from this and
I already have. This is a win. This was a win-win situation for me, and I knew that going into it. I knew that if I could prove to myself that I could do something different, if I could prove to myself that I could open up to somebody on the biggest stage possible, I would come back a better man, and I have, and it's led me to somebody very special. And I feel,
Oh, you already found someone?
yeah, I feel really good about it. So it's cool. I think that you don't look at. I think that if I hadn't gone through this process, I might not have become the man I am right now. So I think everything leads you to somebody for a reason.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you're happy. Thank you.